So I enrolled in both master's degrees, one in public policy, the other one in pure economics in UON, and I'm glad that I'm actually done with my coursework. We are now doing the both projects concurrently. And I want to assure you I actually attended classes. And I'm not saying this because of myself. I'm saying it because I have realized as Kenyans, and especially those who have the privilege of serving Kenyans in public offices, to make optimal decisions, we need as much knowledge embedded in us as possible. Because you can rely on experts, you can rely on advisors, but they can only advise you on something you have familiarity on. And that is the reason why I am saying it, not in terms of boasting, but in terms of also encouraging any other public officer and also other young Kenyans that education, ukisoma haipotei, inasaidia pahali. As I start here, I start in terms of budget, but also as a leader. Because I'm privileged to be MP for KIHARU. And you'll keep forgiving me because, you know, that is my primary role as the Member of Parliament for KIHARU. So when you invite me many oftentimes and I start with what we are doing in KIHARU, is because that is exactly my job. And since we are talking about economics, an optimal allocation is in national and also in the taxonomies that exists, and especially constituencies and counties. The same semantics we are learning about here, they also happen in the constituency level. And I am glad that where I represent, that is KIHARU, our focus was primarily first in the learning institutions. It's a pretty large constituency with 2 sub-counties. We have over 112 public primary schools, and I want to assure you as the MP for that area and as a servant, having worked alongside the people of KIHARU and together, all our public primary schools, in all the classes the learners attend, they are in appearance just as the academies that the children of those who have more means attend, and actually all our public primary schools are tiled, all of them, all classes. We also have in the same category or sector a program we call KIHARU Masomo Bora. And KIHARU Masomo Bora touches on learning in secondary schools. And out of all our day secondary schools, over 10,000 learners. There used to be much more, but because now there is no, there was no intake in Form 1, they are now a little fewer. So they are around 10,000. They only pay 1,000 school fees per term. And in that they eat in school from Monday to Saturday. And in the same program, we also provide learning materials like revision books. And also we have done infrastructure. Like this year alone, we are doing 10 laboratories in our JSS, which are used to be primary schools institutions, modern laboratories, and much more that we are doing. So whatever we are doing here also must reflect on the leader in the area that they have dominant influence. And therefore, it is important that we speak about these things, because the same things we are talking about here affect the people. The same thing we do in the constituency level affect the same people. And you could have also noted probably, because I highlight those things in my social media, rural constituencies have topographies that are not necessarily flat. And therefore what we have been doing from my first year is that in very steep areas, we do concrete roads, so that once you do it, you actually do it for once and for all. Once we, for example, the concrete roads we did in my first year, there has never been any repair needed, because once you do it, you have done it. Other than putting gravel on very steep areas, then you have to do it after every rainy season. Now getting to the now